The American military has again delayed the publication of nearly 200 images of torture in U.S. prisons in Iraq and Afghanistan. They were supposed to be released on Friday under a court order. The American Civil Liberties Union requested the photographs over 10 years ago after the scandal broke out around Abu Ghraib. Back then, the media released pictures showing the abuse and humiliation of detainees at the facility in Baghdad. The Pentagon agreed to release just 10% of the requested 2,000 images, but that has not happened. Guyane Chichikan investigates.
The U.S. government fought tooth and nail in courts to keep these photographs out of public domain. The American Civil Liberties Union requested the records under the Freedom of Information Act back in 2004. When President Obama took office, he was first for releasing the photographs. Then he quickly reversed his decision and blocked their release, arguing that the images would further inflame anti-American opinion and put U.S. troops in danger.
The only danger they pose to American public is that it reveals to us what we're doing, what's being done in our name. People in Iraq already knew it. It was American people who didn't know it and who might have put a stop to it and held those officials who were responsible for the torturing accountable. So the danger is coming not from these pictures being revealed, but rather from the officials who've been responsible for the actions.
President Obama tried to downplay the images. This is all back in 2009.
I want to emphasize that these photos that were requested in this case are not particularly sensational, especially when compared to the painful images that we remember from Abu Ghraib.
Whether or not the images are sensational will be for the public to decide, if and when they're finally made public. A U.S. District Court judge has ordered the Pentagon to release the 2,100 photos, which allegedly show abuse and mistreatment of detainees in U.S. custody. After a long legal battle, Defense Secretary Ash Carter agreed to release only 198 of them. We are yet to see even those. The ACLU says all of the photographs need to be made public, arguing that to allow the government to suppress evidence of abuse is to invite a recurrence of that abuse in the future.
The CIA does not describe the tactics that it uses as torture. Instead, it refers to them as enhanced interrogation techniques. Now, what lies beneath those words was fully revealed in a Senate report a year ago. Here are some of the tactics that were described. Waterboarding is used to simulate drowning and induce panic. Detainees can be subjected to humiliation by being stripped. They can also be put in stress positions, causing muscle fatigue and exhaustion. Another tactic, sleep deprivation. The agency is authorized to keep a detainee awake for almost 1 week. Prisoners also reported threats and physical abuse. And in 2014, President Barack Obama admitted that some of those tactics do indeed amount to torture.
In the immediate aftermath of 9/11, we did some things that were wrong. We did a whole lot of things that were right, but we tortured some folks.
The Guantanamo Bay facility in Cuba has also faced persistent claims of torture. Shakar Amar is a British resident who spent nearly 14 years at the prison without charge and without trial. We spoke to him shortly after his release in October last year.
All these senators, all these congressmen, that they agree of all the methods, and they call it enhanced, technique. Let's practice that enhanced technique on you. If you are rectal feeding people, which is true, is not feeding because we know why they are doing it. If that all not torture, what's torture?